Gonna get some of those. Hopefully that won't matter too much. Let's see. Can somebody please tell me if he does Dauntless streams anymore? I haven't in a little while. I will probably come back to it soon. The main problem is I just played so much Dauntless in such a short period of time that everybody got a little tired of it. And I'd like to. I don't know. I guess this would be actually the perfect week. Even, like, maybe a decent day to go back to it. I don't know. I'm tired. E3 always throws, like, a huge wrench into my schedule. Huh. So you can't run cables over one of those. That's unfortunate. Also, thank you, Jazafiramitsos, for the 700 ad bits. This is for everything you do. Well, thank you so much. Okay. Almost done. A lot of these more ridiculous projects. Build a very small ramp. What are these? Probably just rocks? Let's see. So seeing as it's an inescapable topic at this point, what are people super hyped for from E3? Let's see, Persona 5 Royal, Cyberpunk 2077, Death Stranding. Oh, you don't need to run cables over it. Cables connected to a dome let you run new cables out from the other side. Oh. Okay. That was never actually clear to me, but that's actually kind of great to know, because then that means I can do this. Let's see. Redundancy is good. Redundancy is good. It's a new Final Fantasy. I know a lot of people are really mad about Final Fantasy VII, but I gotta be honest with you. Oh, hello. I'll finish the thought. I gotta be honest with you. Final Fantasy VII actually looks like the best of both worlds. I didn't like Final Fantasy 15 that much. I thought it was kind of... it was a little bit too actiony, and it didn't feel great. And so 7 looks like a nice mix between action and tactical combat, without being the old turn-based. I know a lot of people wanted the turn-based, but it just didn't feel great. Like, going back to that sort of thing, it's just so slow. Yeah, the remake? Yeah. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, right. I was going to read this. Mission Control Log 67. The shimmering lights sweep through the colony, pulling colonist after colonist into ever deeper states of trance. Staff has dubbed the more susceptible ones dreamers, as it seems that witnessing the mirage sends them into a deep hypnotic slumber, where they experience intense emotions and physical strain. Attempts to wake up a dreamer has proven disastrous. The colonist screamed, fell into shock, and had to be sedated to prevent a potential heart attack. As you read this, you wonder when you would become one of these unfortunate souls, unable to take care of the colony. Only time knows. Probably should keep getting those for a little while. See, I don't get why they're releasing the remake as separate parts, like in the like the original game. Because Square Enix likes to go overboard on things. And so they're going to make it the biggest, baddest... We're done. Okay. They want to make it the biggest, baddest Final Fantasy ever. Which is good. But... let's see, is it life support? Where is this thing? Probably infrastructure now that I'm thinking about it. Scrubber. Oh boy. How expensive are these? Not terribly. Yeah, Square Enix does not do things in small doses. They go big or they go home. And I actually really appreciate that. I just wish, to some degree, that, okay, we're gonna start making some of those, and then I should probably get some, I should get one of those with a bunch of wind turbines. I get one right there, and we build a power cable right there. We should be able to build cancel that one. Oh. Move it up by one. In fact, might be better for me to right here. Right here. Okay. If I put it right there, it'll hit that one building, and this will let me get one more. Earlier, she could actually see the scrubber territory properly. Okay. Turbine. And that should cover all of them. Okay, so if I want to do this, I need a power cable that goes down the center. And that should work. Expand the range by zooming out? Oh, it expands after it's built. FYI. Oh. So it does. Well, that's fine. So we'll want to get more of these. We're going to want to get a lot of these. So it's actually this one that we want to tear up. We're not going to be able to cover all of the solar panels, but the more I can grab, the better. Okay, so we're running really low on polymer. but that'll be okay. I can go get more. Okay, log 77. One of the Earth's top scientists has a new and intriguing paper on the dreams, and an unorthodox one. It supports the hypothesis that they experience real events rather than hallucinations or an imagined reality. The scientific community on Earth discarded the paper as rubbish, and some have even condemned the author. The chief scientist, however, believes the hypothesis could lead somewhere and wants to run an MRI scan as they monitor the dreamers, especially while they're in the trance, and then analyze the data. Okay, so that would be this. Perfect. Let's see, so that'll get built pretty quick. Crank that up. And that covers this entire setup. Costs more, way more power, but massively going to save me in resources. Especially right here. Speaking of right here. Not sensor towers. Okay, learning to dream. The chief security officer shared his findings on the dreamers with us. To evaluate any potential risk for the colony, he observed them closely, making notes on their behavior both during and before and during a mirage. Analyzing the results, he discovered that the trance-like state the dreamers enter can be simulated through self-hypnosis and breathing exercises. His findings make it possible for us to train children to become dreamers if we believe this course of action is justified. Okay. Log 88. The Dreamer Brainwave Project confirmed the hypothesis. Indeed, the dreamers experience events which they perceive as real instead of mere hallucinations. We also discovered that they all dream the same sequence of events, but play different roles in it. And what's more astonishing, the actions of one affect all the others. During routine medical checks of the tested population, we accidentally discovered genetic correlation between the neural structures of the dreamers. Facts suggest that the predisposition to become a dreamer could be hereditary. Moreover, the creator of the dreamer hypothesis, which led us here, has filed an application for acceptance on Mars. A number of dreamers strengthens the mirages. Children of dreamers have a better chance to be born dreamers. And we have a genius colonist. Cool. Okay, well, we might as well pull 2 rockets. Let's do a passenger rocket. Let's filter perks. Geniuses. Okay. So where are these geniuses? None of these are geniuses. Oh, because I turned it off. We want genius. And let's go to specialization all. Okay, so oh, they probably have a flaw or a quirk. So tourists get me money, but they leave immediately. That's not actually that big of a deal. Okay, so chronic condition, loses health every day. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Let's see. I like hippies. Don't mind hypochondriacs. Nope. Passenger pod. Okay, I'm not done yet. Okay, let's filter flaws. So we don't want anybody with chronic conditions at this point. I'd prefer to stay away from alcoholics. Same thing with a gambler. Idiots and lazy. The rest I can kind of work with. Another medic. Another glutton. Composed. Religious loner. Let's see. Seniors can't work or produce. Oh, that's a good point. So they just come to die. Okay, sexy and religious. That's not terrible. Let's see. Just go with those. Those 12. Okay. Let's see. So next up, we're also starting to run low on polymers. Actually, we're starting to run low on quite a lot of things. That'll do. Okay. Nice part is, because my maintenances are going to be lower, hopefully this won't be so much of an issue. My power situation is going to be almost non-existent anymore, as far as problems goes. And yeah, if these things keep everything pristine, we don't have to worry about a breakdown. These have a bit of a breakdown. These have a bit of a breakdown rate on them. Okay. So, do we even need another one of those? Yeah, we could probably use one more, at the very least. So I'll plonk it right here. Oh god, Wander, your spaghetti pipes. Hey, look! I've been trained well. I know how these things work. When you need a spaghetti, you can find a spaghetti. And you can make it work. And that's important. Okay. So we need some actual, like, fun things to do here. Let's get a large garden. Let's get a pond. We might want to consider getting some of the bigger housing situations at some point. Ooh, that is a good deal on food. Yeah, instead of farming, I've just switched over to trading concrete for food, and it seems to be working amazingly well. Okay, so this big old wind farm should work great. And I could have moved this all the way up on top of the hill, and we might do that at some point. We'll see. Okay, so what's our research going now? Nuclear fission? You know, I'm going to remove that from the queue. Let's go water conservation. Or, let's go with that first. You can trade concrete for food? Yeah. If you put down a trade pad, I just have regular deliveries of food and trade for concrete. Makes my life a lot easier. I guess Wander does not know any good jokes. I'm actually not very good at setup humor. almost all of my skills are mostly dedicated to, most of my humor-related skills are actually dedicated purely to improv. And, like, gag humor. Then and there, if that makes sense. So are you playing with Moose and Joe tonight? Yep, in a little over an hour. I'm looking forward to it. Let's grab the sanatorium. Actually, let's put the sanatorium on top. We gotta start nixing, bad traits. Okay. That's still going. We could probably turn on the night shift for this. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we are having people problems. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I really wish you could actually combine school. Here. Like school with a university or something. Whoops. Okay. So, vegetation's looking okay. Water's doing good. I'm gonna get rid of deep scanning for a little while just because I can't do anything with it. I guess I'll leave it on the list, but... Let's see, so we've got 12 new colonists, we've got space for them. How's the university going? Going good. I'm gonna actually make some more room here. I make restrictions on the workforce. Because unfortunately I don't actually have a whole lot. So yeah, we've got a number of geologists and whatnot. Oh. Okay, so that hurts our research a little bit. A lot, really. But hopefully we'll actually have people working on these things. Let's see. You good to go? Yeah. I'm gonna use the other one for anomalies. Because I'm pretty sure we've got at least 1 or 2 planetary anomalies that I just haven't bothered with yet. Oh, but we don't have, like... any freaking... I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, we don't have any biologists. Let's see. I'm gonna keep those going a little bit. If I wasn't running into space issues, I'd actually... Pipes. I'm still running into space issues. We might want to consider bigger housing. Oh, that's why my electronic maintenance is so high. It's because all of these. Okay, so your range needs to be higher. And that'll cover this entire segment. Cool. Oh, this is kind of a convenient couple bits of setup. That's gonna take a while. And it's gonna cost me most of my fuel, but that's okay. But yes, if we can get that one, that'll actually put us almost at the point where I can grow grass. Which will be nice. Apartments are the way to go. Okay. Yeah, I might switch out a number of these smart homes. Drinking, shopping, gaming. Okay. You sit comfortably as the mirage washes over you, taking you deeper into the trance. The next thing you know, you're a Cal once again. You're sitting in your Spartan office, rereading the letter you got from your mother. Every letter of her handwriting bears the emotional imprint of grief and desperation as you fail to maintain calm, or remain calm. She's writing to ask for your help as steward to Watcher Boar, a powerful representative of the authority you've been serving for almost a decade now. The dust storms and the drought have hit the clan badly in recent cycles, bringing the horrors of starvation upon them. The neighboring clans have already given into the merciless heat and fled to the cities, abandoning the empty dry husks of their home trees to rot in the sun. You're afraid that you won't be of much help to your clan. From what you've witnessed so far, you know well that the authority is aware of the hardships the farming clans are facing, but it denies the severity of the drought. Above all else, you fear the reaction of your master, yet your loyalty to your mother leaves you with no other choice but to talk to him. The Watcher senses your approach, turning to face you before you can so much as utter a word. Cal, I already know what's bothering you, or you presumed that such an obvious thought wouldn't have surfaced? Of course not. Anyway, I strongly recommend you not give way to such lowly concerns. Cal, look at me. Do you truly believe the lies your mother has fed into your heart? Do you believe that the authority would allow the people to die in vain? These thoughts are forbidden, and you know what the punishment is. You shiver when he mentions it. He smiles at your reaction. You have been such a good steward all these years, and I know you would never betray my trust. This nonsense ends now. Do we have an agreement, Cal? You hear yourself whisper, yes, Watcher. Later that evening, you stand next to the Watcher as he gives a speech before the Chamber of Labor. The event is purely for show, as is the enthusiasm with which the public applauds the Watcher's last words. Not that they have any other option. Any misdemeanor is an instant trip to the re-education stations. You can see some people in the crowd who are clan representatives from the neighboring farms. Almost the entire region is gathered here. You have to show them the truth, that the authority doesn't care about them, that they are done. Maybe, then, it would make a change. Huh. What do you guys think? If you want advice on the housing problem you have, try out glass houses. You won't regret it. Is that actual advice, or is that a don't throw stones in glass houses thing? You jump out in front and telepathically project the message. You have a moment in front of the crowd before reality crystallizes, freezes, shatters. You wake up abruptly with the feeling that something is wrong. You don't remember it that way. Okay, it's in my mods. Yeah, so didn't work. Yeah, so the Watcher... The Watcher got me, him, whatever. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to look into glass houses. I haven't seen them as an option yet, but they're somewhere in there. Let's see. And yeah, I can replace all of these and get considerably better setups. And a new anomaly. Okay. So you gotta go down here. Let's see. So... comfort is lower. But we probably need it. Because this dome needs gaming and gambling. I guess I'm gonna... Isn't that a diner? Oh, service building is full. Oh, is there a bigger space diner that I can get? No. I guess I'll get another diner here. And... we don't like casino complexes. I realize that, like... yeah, my personal feelings on these things aren't actually that important. But, I don't know. It still sucks. Let's see. Science is looking real good. Let's see. How's my research going? We're on water conservation. We don't need it that badly, but I figured it'd help. Especially seeing as we're still kind of waiting for a lot of stuff to get done. What new techs have we gotten now that we're down here? Omega Telescope. Access to new breakthrough technologies and reduces overall research costs. Pricey to make, though. And research. Home Collective. Residential building upgrade, Home Collective. I don't think I've seen that as an option. Yeah, I'll have to figure out where to get glass houses. We should probably grab the art workshop. And gravity engineering. Some of those are a little bit much, but still useful. Oh, right. I'm gonna get the jet propulsion, because we should probably move that to the top of the list. Okay. I haven't saved in a while. Perfect. Okay. I feel like this weird choose-your-own-adventure alien thing is not going to end well for me. That's kind of how it normally goes. Oh! And it's gone. And more food? Yes, more food. Oh, we got behavioral shaping. Good. So in that case, I can get the sanatorium. So we're probably going to want to get another delivery of machine parts and electronics fairly soon. I guess let's do that now. Because it looks like I'm going to need at least a couple of seeds, too. There we go. Eventually I will be wealthy, and then I won't have to worry about these things. I'll just buy as much as I want. Oh, how are we doing here? So deep scan 30 sectors. Oh, that's actually the last thing I need to do. Here's the other thing I could have done. Is I straight up could have just, made a bunch of mega malls. we doing on space? Not great. We'll probably want to make a new dome fairly soon. But for now, we'll just make apartments. So, history of events. That looks about right. Well, what domes could I build? I guess I could actually make another barrel dome down here. Oh, yeah. We'll destroy that. And let's build another just basic barrel dome. Let's see, right here? Is that lined up? No, it's not. That's gonna bother me. Must be lined up for some arbitrary reason. There we go. Now that's lined up. Alternatively, do we want one of those? Yeah, you know what? We do. Effectively, what I'm gonna eventually do is tear this whole thing up. Maybe move it down here? Ish. Oh. Oh no, you're still working. Just gonna take a while to get up there. Oh, so be it. Oh. Abrupt wake up. Our behavior analysis of the dreamers tells us that we can mitigate the factors that lead to their mirage-induced trance. Hypnotic suggestions and therapy can gradually cure the patient to almost completely functional state. Some of the chief staff of the mission control suggested we should allow the spread of dreamers to continue in order to explore the strange events related to the mirages. Let's keep up with it, it's kind of neat. Okay, so what buildings are not working? Quite a number. Entirely due to lack of people. I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that we've got a ton of people at the university. It does seem to be paying dividends, though. Let's see, we want to get rid of Gambler. Glutton doesn't matter as much. Let's get rid of chronic conditions. Because, yeah, we've got random people dying on us, and I don't like that as much. Okay. So, do we finish that event? I'll take it. I'm assuming we did. Oh no, one more soul. And we'll have that. Might cause a Mars quake, but I think it's worth it. Because yeah, once we do that, we'll be able to get grass. And I'm assuming that's gonna start drastically increasing the amount of vegetation spread we've got. I certainly hope so.